Imagine building an aircraft so large that its wingspan exceeds that of a modern Boeing 747. Its maximum takeoff weight approaches 410,000 pounds, and it can fly intercontinental missions without refueling all before jet engines became dominant. To make that possible, engineers had to answer a seemingly impossible question. How much power can be extracted from a piston engine before physics, materials, cooling, and reliability become an overwhelming obstacles? The answer was the Pratt & Whitney R4360 Wasp Major and was used by the legendary Convair B-36 Peacemaker. The R4360 was not only the most powerful piston aircraft engines ever built, but it was also one of the most ambitious mechanical systems ever installed in an operational aircraft, and the Peacemaker used 6 of this engine, making it one of the most powerful aircraft ever built. Why the B-36 existed in the first place. The story actually begins before America entered World War II. In 1941, military planners feared that Britain might fall to Nazi Germany, leaving the United States without forward air bases from which to launch bombing missions against Europe. The U.S. Army Air Forces therefore issued an extraordinary requirement: design an aircraft capable of taking off from North America, crossing an ocean, bombing targets thousands of miles away, and returning home without refueling. At the time, such an aircraft simply did not exist. The resulting design became the B-36 Peacemaker. The specifications of the Peacemaker remain impressive, even by modern standards. It had a wingspan of 230 feet, a length of 162 feet, maximum takeoff weight of approximately 410,000 pounds, an intercontinental range exceeding 8,000 miles, and a payload capacity exceeding 80,000 pounds. To move a machine of this size through the air, conventional engines simply weren't enough, and in the early 1940s, reliable high-power jet engines simply didn't exist. The only option was to extract unprecedented power from piston engines. The solution was 6 Pratt & Whitney R4360 Wasp Major engines. Together, they would become the most powerful piston engine propulsion system ever installed on a production bomber. The R4360 Wasp Major. The R4360 was the ultimate expression of piston engine development. Its specifications were staggering. The engine featured 28 cylinders, 4 rows, 7 cylinders per row, and air-cooled construction. The engine displaced 4,362 cubic inches, or roughly 71.5 liters. For comparison, a modern Formula One engine is 1.6 liters. Many cars use engines between 2 and 5 liters. The R4360 was over 14 times larger than a typical V8. Its architecture was astonishing. It has approximately 3,500 pounds weight, a maximum operating speed of 2,700 revolutions per minute. Each engine produces around 3,800 horsepower, with later versions exceeding 4,000 horsepower. To put that into perspective, a modern Formula One engine produces roughly 1,000 horsepower. A single R4360 could produce over 4 times that amount, and the B-36 carried 6 of them. Collectively, those 6 engines could generate well over 23,000 horsepower. For the late 1940s, this was an almost absurd amount of mechanical power. The Corncob engine. One glance at the Wasp Major immediately revealed that it was unlike any radial engine before it. Most radial engines featured 1 or 2 rows of cylinders. The Wasp Major featured 4. 28 cylinders were arranged in a helical spiral around the crankcase. Viewed from the front, the layout resembled the kernels of a corn cob. The nickname quickly followed, the Corncob engine. This arrangement was chosen not for appearance, but out of engineering necessity. Cooling was becoming one of the biggest obstacles to increasing piston engine power. The more cylinders engineers added, the more difficult it became to deliver cooling airflow to the rear cylinders. The spiral arrangement allowed incoming air to reach deeper into the engine, helping cool all 4 rows. Despite that, cooling still remained one of the engine's greatest challenges. How do you produce 4,300 horsepower? The answer begins with displacement. At 71.5 liters, the Wasp Major displaced more air than some armored vehicles and light tanks. Each cylinder measured 5.75-inch bore, 6-inch stroke. Every combustion event generated enormous torque, but displacement alone wasn't enough. To reach its extraordinary power levels, the engine relied heavily on supercharging and turbo-supercharging systems. Also, at high altitude, air becomes thin, which provides less oxygen and produces lesser power. Meanwhile, the B-36 needed to operate above 40,000 feet, and without forced induction, engine performance would collapse. To overcome this, the Wasp Major compressed incoming air before it entered the cylinders. More oxygen meant more fuel could be burned. More fuel meant greater combustion pressure. Greater pressure meant more power. The result was a piston engine producing horsepower figures that would have seemed impossible only a decade earlier. The mechanical complexity was extraordinary. The R4360 wasn't simply powerful, it was unbelievably complicated. Each engine contained 28 pistons, 28 connecting rods, 56 valves, 56 spark plugs. And here's where things become truly astonishing. Because each cylinder used 2 spark plugs for redundancy and combustion efficiency, every engine required 56 spark plugs. With 6 Wasp Major engines installed on the B-36, so 56 multiplied by 6 equals 336 spark plugs. Think about that. A maintenance crew wasn't servicing one engine. They were maintaining 6 giant 28-cylinder engines containing a combined 168 cylinders, 336 spark plugs, and thousands of moving parts. Simply inspecting, cleaning, testing, and replacing spark plugs represented a major maintenance task. The engineering nightmare of cooling. The Wasp Major generated immense thermal loads, and unlike liquid-cooled engines, it relied on air cooling. This created a severe engineering challenge. Also, because the Wasp Major engines were mounted faced backward, they couldn't just scoop air from the front. Instead, air entered through a long, narrow slots on the leading edge of the wing. This air was ducted backward through the wing structure into a plenum chamber surrounding the front, which was technically the rear of the engine. After washing over the cylinders, the hot air was exhausted out of the back of the nacelle, right in front of the spinning 19-foot propeller blades. The Wasp Major was also a 4-row radial engine, meaning it has 4 circular banks of cylinders stacked front to back. Even with the spiral offset of the cylinders for efficient airflow, the air cooling row 1 was already blazing hot by the time it reached row 4. The rear cylinders frequently operated at the absolute limit of their metallurgical tolerance. When the B-36 flew at high altitudes, often above 30,000 feet in freezing air, moisture entered the induction system. As the air passed through the carburetor, the pressure drop caused the temperature to plummet instantly, freezing any moisture and choking the engine of air. To fix this, pilots used carburetor air preheaters, routing hot exhaust gases to warm up the incoming air before it hit the carburetor. If the pilot kept the preheaters on for too long, the air entering the engine became too hot. This led to fuel detonation and caused the cylinder heads to warp, melt, or crack. Once a cylinder cracked, high-pressure fuel and oil would spray onto the white-hot exhaust manifold, causing an immediate, catastrophic engine fire. Why maintenance crews had a love-hate relationship with the Wasp Major. As impressive as the engine was, it earned a reputation for being temperamental. The rear cylinders operated under intense thermal stress. Oil leaks were common. Ignition systems required constant attention. Spark plugs could foul, and overheating was an ever-present concern. Imagine maintaining 336 spark plugs by the maintenance crew. It was super strenuous. This led to one of the most famous sayings associated with the B-36. 2 turning, 2 burning, 2 smoking, and 2 unaccounted for. The joke exaggerated the aircraft's reputation for engine issues. According to the saying, 2 engines were working normally, 2 appeared to be on fire, 2 two were producing smoke. Two couldn't be accounted for at all. The humor, of course, is that the aircraft only had 6 piston engines. But the phrase perfectly captured the challenges faced by crews operating one of the most mechanically complex bombers ever built. By the early 1950s, engineers increasingly recognized that further improvements would require disproportionately greater complexity. Piston engine technology was approaching its limits, and then there was the jet engines. Please take a moment to like and subscribe for more as we proceed with the next part of this video. The arrival of jet power. To improve performance, later B-36 variants received 4 turbojet engines mounted beneath the wings. These were General Electric J-47 turbojets. Each produced approximately 5,200 pounds of thrust. The result was one of aviation's most unusual propulsion systems: 6 piston engines, 4 jet engines, a total of 10 power plants operating on a single aircraft. This gave rise to another famous B-36 expression: 6 turning and 4 burning. The 6 giant propellers provided efficient long-range cruise power. The jets supplied additional thrust for takeoff, climb, and high-speed dash operations. The aircraft had effectively become a bridge between 2 technological eras, piston and jet engines. Why the Wasp Major remains legendary. The Wasp Major was not merely powerful, it represented the absolute peak of piston engine engineering. Although World War II ended before the aircraft entered service, the beginning of the Cold War suddenly made the bomber more important than ever. It carried the strategic nuclear deterrent during the early Cold War, and it demonstrated both the incredible potential and the unavoidable limitations of piston-powered aviation. A machine that pushed reciprocating engine technology right to the edge of what was mechanically possible before the jet age took over. Thanks for watching, and if there are any amazing aircraft engines that needs to be spoken about, please drop in the comments section, and we'll see in the next one.